my main man, G to the D. I'm not going to call you Big Baby because you've been crying out loud for the past year, and nothing has changed with so much. So apparently your Wan Wan has not had any impact. So we're going to just leave it at that. But we were wrong last week, my friend. We said we weren't sure how they were going to win any of the games. And I took a 1 and 2. And you took a 1 and 2 as well.
I said 1 and 2, but I was really thinking 0 and 3.
And they came back 2 and 1.
To be honest with you, I wasn't thinking they're gonna win any of those games.
You know, here's the sad part. We gave the Nets too much credit.
I think we did.
And we didn't really take into consideration how the Lakers have been playing since they came back from their IST. So, we already questioned the Bucks game. We already knew that. But those other two games, we really overestimated how those other two teams were going to perform against us. And then, the Knicks didn't really give us too much to write home about neither. So
the Lakers haven't been playing well even after they played the Knicks.
True.
So
true.
But the Bucks game didn't surprise me, and it's not going to surprise me tomorrow when they lose tomorrow either.
Yeah, I don't. I've sailed on since that
my. You know what it is? They are just not on the same level with the elite teams.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not. And it goes back to what I keep saying. They need to make a trade.
Mm-hmm.
They need to pick up a.
And here's the sad part. They could. I would be on that train with you if RJ would have been continuing to play the way that he was before he got injured. Since he's got injured, his trade value has gone significantly down.
Yeah, he'll be hard to trade.
Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest trading chip. They're not going to trade Randall. That's not going to happen.
Quickly might be a tradable.
Yeah, he's been tradable.
And Grimes, because of his defense, he might be tradable.
Mm-hmm.
You might be able to trick somebody into taking Grimes. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if Stevie Wonder is the GM or something.
Hey! I wouldn't even put it on Stevie Wonder. I recently heard about Stevie Wonder's fist game.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know about that. But Grimes is definitely you definitely will be tricking somebody if you got him to take him. But anyway.
And here's the disappointment about the Bucks game. Everything was there for them to perform. The players who needed to get shots got shots, and he didn't hit them.
Yeah.
So that right there tells me that either you're not taking this seriously, or you really can't play under stressful situations.
I don't think it's not taking taking it seriously. What I think it is not believing that you are on this level. If you go into the game and you think you should lose, you're probably going to lose. And if you go into the game and you say, we can beat these guys, you might get them like with the Lakers. You go in there and say,
they felt they can do it.
Right. We can beat these guys. Oh, all right.
So and he took it to them.
Right. But if you go in there and you start looking at, they got Giannis and they got Porter, Bobby, whatever his name is, Bobby this, and you got Lopez, and you got the guy from Seattle. Just, he's oh my goodness, they're so good. You're gonna lose, and I really believe that they hype themselves out of it. They just talk. They are not mentally strong. I think Brunson is,
Mm-hmm.
Because you see, he played well and he scored well.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think um Hartenstein is.
Mm-hmm.
He seems to have the fortitude to just fight no matter what. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, and Dante's the same way. And well, you know what? I wanted to mention something to you before I go any further. I see what you're saying about the guys from um Villanova.
Mm-hmm.
They do play very smart and they play very hard.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, even like the other night we were watching the net when Nets was playing the Knicks, and the guy that you want, I forgot his name for the Nets,
Bridges. Bridges.
Bridges. God, he couldn't hit nothing, but he was playing hard, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, man, this kid is playing. He was playing hard, and I'm saying that's what you need.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody like that, who's going to give it his all, win, lose, or draw, giving your all.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you get out of guys like that. But sometimes Randall fades, sometimes um RJ fades. Grimes is always fading.
But it's funny when you put it in that context, and I put it on in the category of that's a winning mentality,
Yes.
and that's the other is just a skill or been pumped up all their life mentality that they don't know how to deal with adversity because their natural ability is what's got them there and got them to succeed so far that they don't know how to make that adjustment when their natural ability is not working for them. They don't have a counter, which that counter gets you to that winning side
What
because you're
what
able to deal with the ups and downs of a game and do other things that will put you in that winning position.
what they don't know how to do is when you go into a game and you're not as good as somebody to play up. You know, like when we was kids, you go to the park, right? And you playing ball and there's some scrubs playing. And so you want to get them off court
You
because
got to run them off.
so run them off. You don't play with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, scores 21-3. Get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, now we get a real game.
Mm-hmm.
If you go in there playing around, mess around, those scrubs will beat you.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta go in there and say, you know what, we can beat these guys and beat these guys. And sometimes when you're going up against that team that's really good, that's a little bit better than you, then you got to step your game up.
Mm-hmm.
That's when your natural talent is not enough, and you have to play harder. That's what they don't do. That's what some of them don't do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what some of them don't do. That's why you're always going to lose. That's why I lost last year to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you think about it. They last year to Miami, they got beat by one person, Jimmy Butler. That's ridiculous. You have to step it up. You have to step up your game, and that's what they as a whole. Some of them do, like I mentioned. Brunson will step up his game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what Brunson had 36, 37 points.
36.
Come
36.
on. The guy's playing. Dante's playing well.
Yeah,
But then,
I was
but
just
then,
annoyed with
but
RJ's performance, man. I'm like, there's
RJ had
nobody.
what 9 or 10 or 12, something like that.
There's nobody. There was nobody on the Bucks side that could deal with his strength.
Of course not.
But he's
There's not
doing
many
things
people
on
in
the
the
court
league
that's
who
just
can.
stupid.
There's not many people in the league who can. He has no. There's as much as he has improved, and I stand by what I said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
He has improved, and I
Mm-hmm.
think playing in the World Cup. No, we're not the World Cup.
Yeah, the Cup, World Cup.
It's called
FIBA.
World Cup.
Yeah.
Okay, playing in that in that World Cup thing. I think it helped him a lot
Mm-hmm.
to improve. But the one thing that he has not improved in is his basketball IQ. He just does not. He does not have any kind of brains when it comes to basketball. It's all brute strength and shoot and go to the basket. You know, nothing. I'm sorry. I just don't see
Yeah,
number three.
it's very disappointing. Man. I don't want to keep putting it on. Oh, he got a knee. Oh, he had migraines.
Oh, come on, man. Come
I
on.
don't want to. I mean, dude, you in front of the basket and you missing shots like this, man. I'm like, come on, man. You right in front of the basket. The ball, stop pushing it. Shoot the ball. Get a true shot. I'm like, come on. All this finesse. This is what I was watching. They had highlights of the and I don't want to say it was better, but what I do take away from the games from the 80s and the 90s is that the shooters shoot, and there was some real training associated with that, and not this so-called skill trying to be swift and nice or finesse with the ball. It was, if you're going to take a jump shot, you're going to take a jump shot. you're not you're not wishing that it would go in. You actually are going through the motions, setting your man up, getting him to a point, and then boom, you're hitting the jump shot. All this finesse stuff, oh, gotta be nice with all that does is just it just muddles up the whole court in the game, that it doesn't even allow for you to even have a true counter. When you're doing all this, you know, the ball is right here. It's going to take a little bit harder for the ball to get up higher, and that's easily to block.
You
But you
you know
but
who's you know who's a perfect example of just shoot the ball, man. Just shoot the ball. I don't remember whether you like him or not as a ball player, but you got to give him credit. Durant. He just
oh
shoots.
yeah, oh
He
yeah,
just shoots the ball, man.
I love his ability. He
He
goes
just
straight,
shoots.
boom, boom,
He
boom,
just
boom,
shoots the
boom.
ball. He don't
Just go
all
right
that
into this.
dips
He
he
doesn't play
do.
around. His mid game is straight. He
All
takes
that dips
advantage of
he
his
do.
height. I mean, come on, it's
No, just shoot the
I'm not the
ball.
I'm not biggest fan for his other stuff, but from a
Yeah.
basketball, he's a true baller.
And when he shoots the ball, 9 times out of 10 is gonna go in.
Mm-hmm. And whether it's going to go or not, it's purposeful. It's intentional.
Exactly. And
Mm-hmm.
if it doesn't go in, it was a good shot.
Yeah, he's not wishing it's going to go in. He's not taking the car from a bad position to. He's going to get right into his position. Just it's a disappointment, man.
I told you for 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 a number 3 pick, I
I'm not going back in that route.
I am. Well,
It's just
I will stick to what I said. He
I'm
is
fine
not
with that, but
he's not as good. He's not as good as he should be. He should be better than he
I
is.
don't care if he was a number 1 or number 30. The
No, no.
dude is not doing what he's supposed to be
If he was
doing.
number 30, he'd be on the bench.
True, true, true. Yeah, you're right. I can't go there.
That's but he's not as good as he should be.
Mm-hmm.
Although again, he has improved,
Mm-hmm.
which is sad to think
Mm-hmm.
he has improved and he's still a scrub.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not saying he's a scrub, but I'm
I
not.
am. I am.
He's playing. He's not playing very well.
He's he's playing scrubby. Because one night you have 24
And
points,
I'll say this.
and one night you have 9 points. Come on, man.
I'll say this. Dude from Memphis who wasn't played for the first 25 games. His first game back, you wouldn't see any rust, right?
Boy, he was doing his thing, wasn't he?
You see any rust?
He was doing his thing, wasn't he?
You know, Mr. Barrett here been playing all this time this year, and I still see no confidence in his
He
game.
looked like a rust bucket.
No confidence. It's like a deer in the headlights when he's on the court now. I'm like, come on, dude, what's the deal? And that third scorer is the difference in their ability, because they need the 3 to be able to do what they have to do. They cannot just do it with 2. They have to do it with 3.
Yes. the other night the Bucks had five guys with
Mm-hmm.
19 or more points.
Mm-hmm.
So besides the fact that that's what the Knicks needed to match that,
Mm-hmm.
they needed to play better defense too.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't play very good D
Mm-hmm.
in that game either though.
But Milwaukee's a big team. I mean, Lillard's the shortest guy, and he's 6'3".
I know,
But
and
Beasley
I
Beasley is
told
six
you,
six.
I
Middleton is 6'8".
I told you
Antetokounmpo is 7 feet.
when
Brooks
when you're
Lopez is
going
7
up
feet.
against bigger
And
teams,
Portis is six
the
ten.
the Knicks do not have a chance against bigger teams. They are too small.
Mm-hmm.
They playing hard at the four. Come on, man.
And in that scenario, you can't have slippage with your third guy.
You can't what?
Have slippage with your third guy.
No, no, you can't. You
You
can't.
can't.
You can't.
Because Brunson went off. Johnson, Randall, he didn't go off, but he still had a good game. Oh, at the end of the day, with his numbers wise, but still, you know, yeah, he still had a decent game. But
What are you at? 23?
26.
26. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which is decent for
Mm-hmm.
for your second guy.
Mm-hmm.
But then you need that third guy to give you 20, 21, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
9 rebounds,
Mm-hmm.
three steals. No, this guy could come up with what he had, 12,
13 points. I'm
13.
surprised he had 7 boards, but he just shot under 30% for the whole game. I'm like, and he was right in the paint. I'm like, come on. Just the counter for that slows down the other team. You putting the ball in the hoop slows the other team down. It doesn't give them a rebound, doesn't allow them to kick it up, to move it forward, and get an open shot.
I'm telling you, if they don't do something by the trade deadline, another wasted season.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna wind up 6 seed, probably be 6 seed, and get bumped, and maybe even in the first round this year.
Well, they gotta get a fourth or fifth seed because you don't want them playing the top three. So they gotta come with a fourth or fifth seed, which means they're gonna play
I don't
against
care. I don't care what you want. It is what may happen.
that all may be true, but the top three is the top three:
Yeah,
Boston,
I got you.
Milwaukee, and Philly.
I got you.
So
I know.
if
I
they
know you
don't
don't
want to
want.
play against one of those
I
teams in
I
the first
I,
round, they
I
got to be a top
understand
four
that.
seed,
I
which
got
means
you.
they got to play better.
But they're not going to play better. I don't think they're going to play better. I think they're going to be. I'm hoping. They may be the 6th seed, man.
No, I don't think so.
Well, right now you got Miami.
Orlando, Miami, then the Knicks right now, 4, 5, and 6.
I don't think Orlando's going to be there at the end.
It's gonna put. I mean, Indiana has taken some serious slippage.
Yeah, they
So,
have.
mm-hmm,
They don't play no defense.
mm-hmm. But not even that. They dropped. They lost a lot of games since the tournament. They lost a lot of games. So right now, I mean, the Knicks are still in a good position. They within the top. They're the top 6 seed, which is great. I understand that, but they need to be 4 and 5 in order for them to have any possibility in the second round for a second round opportunity.
But you would be satisfied with the second round?
I don't want them losing in the first round.
That doesn't answer my question.
I'll get it by default. It does. I don't want them losing in the first round. I'd rather them win the first round, losing the second. I know this is not a championship team, but I'm fine with them winning the first round.
So you'd be satisfied with them losing the second round?
Yeah, as long as they don't lose, get swept, I'm good. They're losing 6 games, okay, I'm fine. They're losing 7, they had a real opportunity.
I don't. I am championship or bust.
Well, then you might not watch the season because that's not going to happen. As a
They,
team is currently constructed, as they always say.
they're terrible. I just wish they would make a move. I don't know what they're doing. I be sitting there saying, what are they doing? This that and they don't need a a blockbuster trade because you probably can get one anyway.
And I'm trying to figure who they're going to trade for. Who's tradable right now? I don't even know.
Well, Washington is looking to trade um guy used to be with the Lakers. Forgot his
Who,
name.
Kuzma? Oh,
Kuzma, yeah.
please, please.
Hey, would you wouldn't rather have Kuzma than RJ?
Kuzma is he's a waste.
You,
He's too
you didn't
busy.
you
He's too
didn't
distracted in
answer
his
my
mind.
question.
I already answered it. He's too distracted in his mind to be doing anything legit. He won his championship. He's good. All he's concerned about is fashion and putting up and just putting up numbers. He ain't about D. He ain't about anything else.
Well, he ain't gonna play no D.
So that's the point. What's the one? Why make the trade? You're gonna be put on the bench by Tibbs. What's the point?
No, I'm just saying what I read.
Well, stop reading.
They're talking about him.
I know reading is fundamental, but
They also talking about um Cleveland and what's his name? Oh my god, I'm going blank. The guy's oh my goodness, what's his name? The guard.
go from Atlanta.
No, no, from Cleveland.
Mitchell.
Yeah, yeah. They're also talking about Mitchell.
Well, I will say this.
I think he's too small, personally.
Yes, he may be too small, but you're gonna have to have a wing for to compensate for that, which means that they can't trade Hart this year because he has a because when he signed, he can't be traded within 1 year. So he's going to be on the team. So that's the thing. You gotta get a big wing for to come along with Mitchell. But then it also requires Mitchell to make his game work with this team. Because although we may not like about what Mr. Harden has been doing through trial and error, they've gotten their team to normalize, so where they know how to operate to be effective offensively and somewhat defensively. Oh, they just got blown up by 40 points by Boston. But they have been playing pretty well and form a level of continuity. But each guy has been able to work their games along to be cohesive together. That's what Donovan hasn't really been able to do. He takes too many wild shots, and that opens up your team for long rebounds and fast breaks and bad defensive position. So Donovan's game has to be more matured in this with this team if he was able to be brought to the Knicks. Like him skill wise, he's a definitely a stopper. But when he's the primary dude with nobody else, I don't think he will not have that situation here. He will have other guys with him. I doubt if Randall was included in the train for him, he will have Randall and Brunson here with him. That three, that combo right there, it should be effective. It's just a matter of how they work together.
I think you probably would see. I mean, we only speculating, of course, but you probably would see. Um, of course, he would start, and then you would see a rotation of him not being on the floor with Brunson that much.
Mm-hmm.
Because you really wouldn't need because Brunson's going to be a ball heavy person, and
Mm-hmm.
so is he.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
I mean, just think about it. Their four guards would be Brunson, Mitchell, Hart, DiVincenzo. Those would be their four guards.
how about quickly?
I think Quickly is included in that trade.
Okay,
So what Grimes would be. You know? Then they got to have a three, and it has to be a big three. I don't know who that would be.
they got this guy Damian on their squad. Got his last name.
Damian.
I forgot his last name. Let me see something here.
Damian?
Uh, do, do, do. Damian Jones.
He ain't on the Knicks.
Oh no, I'm talking about on Cleveland.
Oh, Damian's a waste.
I'm just telling you what they may do. They may bring him over to with Mitchell.
He's a waste.
Is anybody in the league that you don't think is a waste?
Yeah, I'm just saying he's a waste. He's
Name one person that you don't think is a waste. That if I said to you right now, you could have him right now.
I'll take Tatum. You said
Okay.
anybody, right?
Yeah, okay.
You
I
said
did.
anybody.
I walked into that one. And Brown too, right?
No, I don't want Brown.
You don't want Brown. He's a
No, I don't
waste.
want Brown. No, I don't want Brown.
Why you don't want Brown?
I always thought he was overrated as a player when he came in the league.
Really?
Yeah. He's more athleticism than skill to me. And I don't think he's a smart player.
I don't know that much about him. I really don't know that much. I mean, every time I see him on ESPN, he's dunking. I can tell you that much.
Hey.
But that's the only thing I really know about him. Because I don't really like the Celtics, so I try not to watch them too much. You know, because they beat my boys up too much during the years. Larry Bird
They blew the opportunity. They should have beat Golden State. You know, that thing still bothers me that they allowed them to do that. And anyway, I'm not that's another team, so but it's go to show you that winners win, and those who don't know how to win, who haven't won, have to learn how to do it, and they haven't learned how to do it. And
I,
I don't think they will do it this year neither because that Milwaukee team is going to get serious.
they're getting better.
Mhm.
They're getting better. You know,
So
everybody sleeping on them, and everybody think that Boston is a team. I don't think so. I think Milwaukee is a team. I really do.
yeah, you know, as far as the Knicks are concerned, like I said, I'd rather them get that 4 or 5 seed, give them an opportunity to win a first round series, and try their hardest in the second round against whoever, you know, and just deal with that.
Yeah, 4 or 5 seed. I mean, they may meet Miami again.
Yeah, I think they would beat Miami this time around.
You thought so last time too.
They should have beat them last time.
They let one man beat them.
And our one man, they finally collapsed on him, and he
Hurt his
unfortunately
ankle.
he couldn't pull it out, you know. But that's it for me, man.
How
Let's
would you
look at
like?
next week.
How would you like Luca?
No, he's not coming here. Don't want him anyway. So looking at next week, there 4 tough games, man. Starting off tomorrow with the Bucks. Then they go on the road for Wednesday against Oklahoma. And on
Loss.
Friday they play against in Orlando, and then Saturday next day they play in Indianapolis. They can lose all 4 of those games, but I'm saying they're going 2-2.
I'm saying 1-3.
Okay.
I'd say they'll win the Indianapolis game.
Really? Okay.
But then too, no, because they may be tired from the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Well, Orlando's going to be physical with them, and if they
Yeah.
are physical, Indiana can run them out the gym. I
Yeah.
don't know if Indiana's going to be off the day before. Let me see. If they off the day before, then they possibly could lose that game. Yeah, they off the day before, so they can because Orlando's a physical team,
Yes.
you know. So,
Tall, long, tall,
mm-hmm,
fast, and
mm-hmm,
physical.
yeah. So it's easy for them. I can
Um,
definitely see them, you know, coming into that game against Indianapolis tired and then Indiana run them out the gym because that's what they can do.
I'm gonna say you said 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say 1-3, but
Okay.
not that game. They may win. They ain't the Milwaukee game. You can forget that.
Mm-hmm.
They may win that Orlando game.
And if they win the Orlando game, I have them a better chance winning against Indiana.
Indiana they just run and gun,
They
man.
run and gun, but if you know that if Orlando beats them up in the process and winning that game, I can see them the next game them suffering. So but that's how the game could go. But I still see 2-2.
We'll see. I hope you're right. I actually hope you're wrong. Hope it's 4-0.
True.
But
But
we'll
hey, the
see.
Knicks have won 3 games in a row 3 times this year. They haven't had a real serious win streak, so we'll see how it plays out.
When's the trade deadline?
February, right before the All-Star game. So we'll see how it plays out.
All
All
right.
right.
All right, bro.
MSG signing off.
Well,